Yo, what up, traders? Happy hump day. Hope you guys are having a phenomenal week. It's been an interesting week. Short streaming days for me. Elon Musk, fortunes being taken away from him. We've got Fed speaking today. It is going to be awesome. Today is Fed trading day. Usually, I don't like to trade on Fed day. It's a very volatile day. A lot of action, a lot of activity happening. If you get caught on the wrong side of the trade, well, no bueno. So today we're going to do some pre-market prep, see what's going on in the market for the rest of the day, go over some of the top 10 news, and get ready for pre-market open. You're hanging out at the spread. I am Shimano Trader. Thank you for joining us today. All right, traders. All right. All right, let's get ready for the pre-market prep here. So let's go over the top 10 news happening today. Let's see what we got over at Verified Investing with my homeboy Garrett Salloway. All right, number one news here today. ADP private sector employment came in at 107,000 versus the expectation of 145. Last month it was 158. Microsoft beat earnings on AI and cloud strength. Guidance was solid. Stock is slightly lower at the pre-market. Google missed on earnings on weakness in ad revenue slowdown. Google is falling 5% pre-market. AMD falls sharply after AI chip guidance doesn't impress. The stock is falling almost 5% pre-market. Note AMD ran almost 100% higher in 3 months prior to earnings. So that pre-market run-up, it still holds true. Boeing inches higher after reporting a narrower than expected loss. Investors will wait for more details on how the company will fix the current safety issues. Walmart announces a 3-to-1 stock split. The stock is slightly higher pre-market. And then PayPal will cut 9% of its workforce, and Square will cut 8% of its workforce. Chinese investors are paying up to 40% premium to invest in funds that give them exposure to U.S. equities. That's most likely because the Chinese stock market is melting. So those are your top keys today for the trading day. Do not forget that we are trading. Today is FOMC day, so trade safe, trade with caution out there, traders. It is the kind of day where you lose a lot of money. You can make a lot of money, but you could also lose a lot of money. So make sure you guys trade safe, position yourself correctly. The market will be here again tomorrow and the day after that, so no need to be jumping in with both feet. All right, guys, we'll do some pre-market prep here. So we're going to grab our pre-market high and our pre-market lows and go ahead and put them on the chart here. All right, so we're going to grab our... There we go. All right, back on our thing here. So let's check this out. All right, so we're going to grab our line here. We're going to put this under our pre-market low. So it looks like market is kind of trending down here, right? And then we're going to grab our pre-market high. Right about here. solid. All right, and we're gonna grab yesterday's pre-market high. So that was our pre-market high. I'm sorry, our previous day high was right about there. Oh, it's gotta be perfect. So there's our previous day high, and then we're gonna grab our previous day low here. And that was right about here. So we are already below the previous day high and the previous day low. Usually an indicator that we're heading lower. So we're going to see about that. All right. All right. So we have our previous day highs, previous day lows, pre-market high, pre-market low. We're ready to see what the SPY has to offer us today. Be a lot of just, watching the market today. And it's most likely going to trade sideways until Jerome Powell speaks today. We are sitting on Tesla calls. Actually been on these since last week, and we were really deep in the money yesterday, but we didn't close that. It was a bad day for me yesterday. I had to be out in the field, so I didn't really get a chance to trade much. But I did position myself in these stocks thinking they were going to continue to go higher. We're also on GM calls as well. We're positioned pretty heavily there, trying to see if those calls pay. All right. Well, shout outs to everyone joining me today. Make sure you guys participate in our poll. Just want to see what the experience level is today. You know what? I might just create a new poll today. Let me see. What's our new poll? Create a new poll. Just gonna put a poll to see what you guys think. All right, we got a new poll up today regarding the Powell meeting. We want to see what you guys' bias is today. Are you bullish? Are you going to think it's going to tank? Are we going to all new time highs? Make sure you participate on that poll with us today. All right. So let's see how things play out today. Apple's been tanking. You guys know about Elon Musk, his fortune being taken away, or the poor guy, man. They're always messing with that guy. Unfortunately, I like Elon a lot, but yeah, it really sucks that they gotta mess with that guy so much the way they do. So Microsoft is recovering a little bit after yesterday. Yeah. Upstart, probably a good short. AMD's trying to recover a bit. Oh, Boeing is up. Reported earnings today. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see how the market opens today, man. It should be an interesting, should be a definitely interesting day. Uh, yeah, Piton is not doing good. It's got earnings, huh? Oh, it's got earnings on tomorrow. Oh man, pre-market. All right, we're sitting here still here on the SPY. SPY's down, I think almost $2 overnight. It's dropped a bit. Looks like Tesla's getting a little bit of a bid there. Oh, look at SPY starting to. I wonder. I'm in 485 puts today with the SPY. I'm gonna probably hang on to those until the end of the day. They were only $20 yesterday, but they might hit. They might hit. Did you guys hear about Iran? Iran's like, hey man, you guys try anything crazy, we gonna retaliate. Meanwhile, Joe Biden's kind of wondering what the hell he's gonna do. So there's a little bit of a quietness with retaliation on that Jordan base attack. Look like SPY's pumping a bit. I wonder why. We really want GM to pump, and Tesla. We'd love to see those things move. Yeah, we got about 15 minutes to market open. Yo, we're expecting rain out here in Southern California today. I don't know if you guys, well, not today, this week. I don't know if you guys are around the country, kind of weather you're experiencing. Put it in the chat. Let us know how you're doing. About 15 minutes to market open. And that VIX, man, just lulling us to sleep. See how crypto responds to the Fed meeting today. But we hanging out. We listening to some tunes, waiting for the market to open. Got about 15 minutes to market open. What is your trading plan today? What are you going to be trading? What are you looking at? What are you staying away from? Let us know. Yeah, it looks like that Tesla wants to keep going. A GM, man, we really need a GM move, like a solid move. I can't believe I hang on to that many contracts overnight. Watching Tesla here. We're in 187.50 calls. It should really feel once it breaks that 3850 GM can really fly. All right, traders. What do you guys got trading today? This is The Spread. We're broadcasting live from Ontario, California, 3 times a week, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Tap in, join the chat, participate in the poll, follow us on Instagram at Shimano Trader. Again, we are The Spread. Thank you for joining us today. Yo. All right, so Tesla's starting to creep its way back up. I think, I know that it looks like a bear flag, but usually it could also be a rising wedge if you really. All right, like a rising wedge here. Yeah, so I'm just drawing a couple of different patterns on here. Just trying to see which one. Erase that. I'm going to keep it as a parallel channel. Got about 10 minutes until market open, traders. What are you trading today? What is your bias going into the market? Do not trade off that bias. Yo, man, what's up with Apple, man? Apple's been on this nasty downtrend for quite some time. Yeah. Yeah, so Apple does not look strong. So historically on Fed Day, there's all kind of theories on exactly how to trade Fed Day. Usually comes in waves. You get that first spike, and then you either have, and then it kind of chooses a direction. It's it either sells off or it goes all time high. But there is, we're expecting not to get any type of rate cuts today. That's kind of the rumor that I read. There's just really no expectations of a rate cut. And people want to just understand the tone of the Fed, right? Like, what is it that they are, what are they thinking in regards to rate cuts? Are they coming sooner than later? Are they not coming at all? They're going to come later in the year. We were all expecting rate cuts here in March, but it sounds like that may not be the case. So we'll see how Jerome comes on and then what he says. It should be about 11 o'clock Pacific time. It's 2 o'clock Eastern time. All right, traders, how we feeling today? Make sure our minds are clear. Make sure that we're not bringing any negative emotions or any emotional feelings to the trading desk. Make sure we're clear-headed and we are ready to attack this market and make the best trades possible. Yeah, but SPY looks really weak to me. I'm in currently in puts for the SPY. You just can't see it on this chart because it's way down there. There it is. Just never know, man. It might be one of those days, where you get a really deep flush. You be in the money before I gotta go. That's continuing to flush. Now we're within striking price for that. I got 5 minutes to market open. Are you ready? Are you ready? Yeah, about to hit that. We gotta probably hit a new pre-market low. Might have to redraw our charts already, if you can believe that. Yeah, it's already happening. All right, traders, about 5 minutes till market open. What are you looking at today? What are your plays? Call out your plays. Let us know what you got working on today. What are you keeping an eye on? What are you interested in? Yeah, Google's continuing to go down.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Shh. Always listening. You know what's funny about that is that you get comfortable making those statements like, "Oh yeah, she's listening," like it's okay. Got 5 minutes to market open. Let's get ready. Yeah, that Tesla, man, it's looking more and more like a more mature bear flag. Futures are down a bit, but today's the day. Everybody's just waiting. Got 4 minutes, guys. 4 minutes. They're getting a little bit of a bounce and a spy there. Tesla looks really weak. Looks like it's testing the bottom of that channel. And then GM, baby, we just need a little bit of a pump. Get right. 4 minutes to market open, guys. 4 minutes until market open. Two and a half minutes. Tesla's got some signs of life right there. Yeah, I'm really curious to see how we open up. All right, we got 1 minute. 1 minute till market open. Let's get ready to trade. All right, traders. Good luck out there today. Do not trade emotional. There's going to be a lot of whiplash happening in the market today, so trade safe. Good luck today, traders. Ten seconds. Here we go. Some good jams today. Oh man, Tesla's starting to roll over. It's going to be pretty dead, I assume. First couple of hours here going into the Fed's meeting. That's when we'll see all the big moves. Oh man, Apple's dumping again. All right, Tesla, it's moving. You're in the money now. Yeah, we're gonna see some movement on GM. It's great. We need to be above that strike price. Man, GM is really having a hard time in that 350 zone. All right, Tesla's moving. It's great. Spice pumping. Man, we need that same energy over at GM, man. Let's go, GM. Yeah, I don't mind these pumps, man. I gladly give up my my gains on SPY for a pump on Tesla and GM. Nice. Just also might be just a nice pump at open and then a flush. But today's one of those days where you just want to chat it up with the team here and just look for better opportunities. It is a day full of potholes and challenges. Yeah, you see what's happening here with Tesla and GM, right? They're just pumping and dumping, pumping up and then falling back down. We need them to hold. Especially GM. Show me some love, GM. Come on, baby. Charge up, charge up, charge up. That really killed our day yesterday. These GM call options. There's a lot of resistance there. All right, so we're currently watching Tesla. We're in Tesla calls. Yellow line, expiration, target date. And Apple's continuing to fall. All right, traders, how you guys looking out there at the open? Look like SPY's gonna most likely keep going sideways here. And we're hoping that our our Tesla and GM calls print today. We're already in the money. We're just trying to get more of it. All right, traders, we're going to continue to watch Tesla here. Tesla's pumping nicely for us today. Just think it was a unnecessary flush yesterday. Just watching it do what it did. I think it was some liberal judge stroke down his compensation package that got approved by the board in 2018. That long ago. But it looks like the SPY is going to continue to trend lower. Might need to get out of this this Tesla with profits before FOMC today. Really want that GM to pop, man. Yeah, it's interesting on Peloton. All right, GM, let's go, baby. Let's go, GM. All right, we're in the money now with Tesla and GM. Calls are printing. All right, man. Those our GM calls and our Tesla calls are printing. We're up $190 right now. These GM calls, we got in them yesterday after it reported earnings the night before. We thought that it was going to continue to climb, but it didn't. It just went flat and sideways. It identified like a bull flag pattern there, and hopefully we can get a little bit more out of this pop. So we're in SPY puts, 485 SPY puts for today, and we're in some Tesla and GM calls as well. All positions are playing out so far. SPY's broken pre-market lows, and now it's retesting. If like Tesla's going up towards that gap fill, and GM is holding. Man, we're printing today. It looks like it wants to. So Tesla's giving some back. I like the way GM looks. It looks just really, really solid and smooth. Just working its way up is what we want. Your spies are going great. Tesla up $40 on it. But it's real scary at these levels. I mean, anything can happen. That stock moves so quick. So GM's giving some back up too. We're just gonna, listen to some jams and just check out this price action and just focus on the price action. Try to learn a little bit on the price action as we're watching it play out. But mostly just sitting today. We are sitting on in good positions right now. We're gonna try to just sit tight. All right, so our positions are great. We're well positioned right now. We're in the money. We're making money. We just want to make sure we keep an eye on these plays and have them continue to go in the direction that they're going in. So we're short on the SPY. We've got 485 puts on the SPY. We placed those last night before market close, and I had a suspicion that tech was not going to be as strong as everybody anticipated, and that's exactly what happened. Thankfully, that worked out in our favor, and we're also sitting on Tesla and GM calls. So our yellow dash line here, it's our target. So we can see that 187.50 is our strike price, and our expiration date is 2/2. So that's Friday. Same thing with our GM here. We're at 38.50 calls. Expiration date should be Friday as well. Let's see, go show on the left. Yeah, so then you guys get an idea what plays we're in right now. And we're definitely on the spike short, but that's way down there, so you can't see it just quite yet. Yeah, so we'll put a 30-minute chart here. It's really, it's not that we don't care. We shouldn't say we don't care, but we are, that's money that will be okay if we lose, so. Don't have a lot of time to hit that target, so we just got to monitor the trade and see if there's an opportunity to take profits. We'll take them. So GM got a bunch of upgrades this morning. Spot. Look at the Apple, man. It's just continuing to drop. down $3 today already. This might be a great buying opportunity for some of these stocks. And that SPY put get any close to that strike price, it should be worth a lot. That contract is going to be worth a lot. Yeah, look at the SPY, man. It's like gaining momentum to the downside. Yeah, the VIX is up. You know, we had opened a Apple call yesterday, and we had to close that right away. Good thing we did. We're continuing to watch the SPY, General Motors, and Tesla. Those are our current positions we have open. There we got our second 15-minute candle on SPY trending down. General Motors and Tesla seem to be trending up. So this is what we want. We are positioned very well right now. Just going to watch it play out. Tesla looks really good right now. GM's trying to make a move. So this is a good example of just watching your trades, right? Like I have this anxiety that's kind of hitting me. Like I need to be in a trade. Like I need to be in additional trades. I'm plenty of trades as it is, and I'm very heavily positioned. But despite that, you still feel like you need more action. I need more action. Let's go. Come on, GM. Got all these upgrades and everybody's talking about how good you are. And what are you doing today? Up 47 cents. No, GM looks good. Looks good. It's going to make a move. You guys don't forget, we got this poll. What is your bias for the market today? Will the FOMC tank the market? Will we hit all-time highs? I am Shimano Trader. This is The Spread, and we're broadcasting live from Ontario, California over the Trade Caster airwaves. Check us out. Subscribe to our channel. Check us out on Instagram at Shimano Trader. Tap in. Yeah, they weren't kidding talking about that consolidation of GM. It's just sideways for a day and a half now. Just continuing to watch our trades here. It's a day to be extra patient. Google's continuing lower. So is Microsoft. AMD's trying to recover a bit. Piton looks good. Piton's got earnings in the morning. Futures continue to drop. S&P down 33. Will FOMC save us? That's the real question, right? Would it be the catalyst that we need, or is it just going to be the flush that everybody thinks we're due for? If you want me to close it, I won't close it. be extremely patient here with GM and Tesla. Continue to stay patient here, team. All our positions are playing out well, so we just got to stay patient. Man, it's incredible to watch that SPY work its way down the way it has. See how the GM is respecting that 5-day EMA line, which is this green line here. It's really respecting that. That's our play of the week, guys. GM. Got to make some money here. Yeah, I had a close order on SPY, but it didn't fail me, so I canceled it. Let's go. We're continuing to watch our plays. Staying very patient today. Today's a day about jams, talking smack, and just talking trades. But it's really a time to just sit on your hands today. Looks like GM is building some strength here. It's just one of those days. It's good to, watch chart, watch price action, take some notes. So we're watching SPY here, right? So you could just see the price action on it. Yeah, so we need a higher high on GM's 30-minute chart here. I think the market reaches a certain level where it just has to hold until more news comes out. Nice. Let's go, GM. You get a new higher high on the GM. All right, SPY's continuing to work its way down. Tesla's retesting. It's a good thing we didn't close that SPY. Good thing we didn't get filled on it, because it's continuing to go down. Yeah, look at GM, man. You can't get a higher high there. Just not yet. So we're up 100% on our SPY put from yesterday. It's just a $20 trade, but it's paid us 30 now. Looks like Tesla's starting to reverse a bit there. Nah, GM looks strong, man. GM's gonna run. GM might pop today. And it will pay huge. It's going for the higher high. Jesus, I had a piece of hair in my coffee. Yeah, see how he can't find that higher high? It's working though, it's trying. There it is. 80, 81? 83 maybe? Yeah, 82 is the high. All right, SPY continues to dump. We're up $37 on that trade. Up 124 for the day. Looks like Tesla's just retesting there. Might even build a bull flag. GM needs to get above 38.82 for a higher high on the 30-minute time frame. Man, that SPY's gonna start paying us good right now. Starts getting closer to that strike price. I think September rain or September raid. Yeah, it's YouTube's telling me that it's detected audio that doesn't belong to me in the stream, so hopefully that won't be an issue. Yeah, look at GM. I think it did hit a higher high. Hit a higher high in the 30-minute time frame. Probably an area of support here for the SPY. Yeah, see how it's down? It's down to this area where it was trading a couple of days ago. Looks like Tesla's just gathering strength. Good to see GM getting comfortable in that 38.80 range. All right, seeing Tesla having a little bit of a hard time there at that 188 level, or no, like that 190 level. GM seems to be doing really good. It's just taking its time. It's slow grinding its way up, which is what we want. Nothing too crazy there. I mean, we're down as much as $500 on that share yesterday, just because I bought it thinking it was going to continue to move higher, and it didn't. It just started to regress a bit. But I'm glad we have the time on our calls there to make up for that. There we go. Look at GM. I think we should hit 39 today. Watching Tesla, it's good to watch it kind of retest that green that 5-day EMA. And it seems like the market's found its footing a bit since market open. So we're just about an hour into the trades. So all right, GM looks really good now, guys. And even Tesla's recovering a bit. It almost feels like GM is starting to really get some strength. Let's go, GM. Looks like SPY starting to make a little bit of a comeback there too. But we won't close our position. I got to get above that pre-market low to really think about it. GM's taking off. Yeah, GM testing yesterday's highs. Yeah, that was like a hard resistance on GM. That 38.96 was hard resistance. It dropped it all the way down to 37.50 once it touched it. So we're gonna see what it does again today. If it can get past that 38.96 and we get above 39, I think we're off to the races there. It's gonna test, guys. And SPY continues to sell off. It's trying to make that move now. Tesla looks good too. Tesla looks like it's forming a little mini bull flag there for us. It'll be a good time to maybe jump in. No alerts today though. No alerts today. There it is. There's GM testing yesterday's high. Might be able to get through that with some force. It'd be great. Here we go. About to test. Spice pain. There we go. Two pennies away. All right, here we go. 38.95. Oh, it's right there. Boom, baby. 38.99. New all-time high. Now, will it keep going? Oh, man, that's great news. Let's go, baby. Let's go, GM. We're printing now. Oh, yes. Let's go. GM, new all-time highs, guys. 39.04. High for the year. Dude, GM looks hella strong. You know, it's funny when I was losing my ass on GM, I'm like, no, I don't want to close. I'm not closing that. And now that I'm in the money in it, I just can't wait to close it. You're just wired wrong. All right, it should get some momentum here to the upside. Bam, boom. Yo, that GM, baby. Let's get profitable on GM. It's a great looking candle. All right, let's keep building on that GM. So we're going to keep going GM or what? Yo, that SPY's going to continue to fall. But it's a good day, guys. It's a good day. Making some money today. Yeah, man, good stuff on GM and made all that back. Yo, super nice move on GM, guys. GM's up over 2.5%, continuing to climb. Got some momentum from earnings, and it's continuing to pop. Yeah, GM's definitely got some momentum, guys. It's a good trade. Yeah, we're gonna stick to this. But I just want to illustrate the fact that as soon as I started making money on GM, as soon as I started making money, I was so quick to start closing out contracts on it, and I took a significant drawdown, as much as almost $500 drawdown on GM, and now that I'm up $30, I want to close it out. So, it's just to record my my thinking and how I'm wired as a trader, how emotional I get as soon as I start getting into money on these trades. I can tolerate the loss better than I can tolerate the gain. Ain't that weird? That's super weird to me. All right, Tesla on its way up. Our SPY's continuing to go down, which is great news. What a great trading day so far, guys. We're super well positioned before the FOMC. We'll most likely close out all these positions before the FOMC as well. Oh, look at Piton's looking good, man. Piton's in the money too. Yeah, man. I wonder what's gonna happen today for the FOMC. All right. 7:35 Pacific time. This is the spread. I am Shimano Trader. We are trading live over the Tradecaster airwaves. We are trading live Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. mostly. Check in, tap in, follow us on Instagram at Shimano Trader. Currently, we're sitting in Tesla calls and GM calls as well as SPY puts. And that is our strategy for today. And we're just kind of watching the play action play out. GM's been a great trade. It's been the trade of the day for us today. We took a drawdown about $400 last night. We held contracts overnight, and now they're printing. All right. Let's see what we got here. That may have something to do with it. I'm not really sure, but all right. SPY's dumping. GM is popping, and Tesla's holding. We're in a really good place today. Man, I hate not having any music. Yeah, maybe my thing was blocked. Oh man, what a day, guys! We're up 485.39, mostly on the GM calls. We had SPY puts that we did yesterday, and those are paying. It was $20 trade. It's up $67 now. But that GM, by far, great trade. I'll probably hang on to just one, but it's looking good. Yeah, these guys were blocking my stream. That's crazy. I didn't even know that. Yeah, that GM, man, it's that's the trade of the week. It's doing really well. Oh, Bitcoin's looking good too. Yeah, it looks like a little bull flag on Tesla, man. I might hang on to that. Strange. All right, so see how that GM plays out. Um, hopefully it doesn't create a topping tail there. Tesla's looking great. Yeah, man, we're just made some money today. We're up almost $400 for the day. Kind of made up what we lost yesterday. We lost that yesterday because we took a significant drawdown on General Motors. We took calls for the end of the week, and they ended up drawing down significantly. But we got all that back now, thankfully. Spice still dumping. Tesla starting to build upon that bull flag. All right, so look at GM, man. Looks like it topped out right there. See if we can get some of that money. Yeah, I suspect that's what it could have been. All right, there's Tesla making a move. That's great. And SPY's bouncing up the 200-day moving average. Yeah, that's wild that it did that. Hopefully I get some more action here. All right, SPY 398. Nice move on Tesla. That is definitely looking like like a bull flag to me. So let's see if it can build upon that strength that it's building there. And then GM is just kind of resting here. So we've closed it. We've closed half of our position on GM. What the hell? Oh no, that's what I did. I bought more calls for GM. Oh man. See how that plays out. Yeah, I made a mistake here on my GM. I thought I was closing out. The trade, and as a matter of fact, I added. So not paying attention, that can cost some money. So that's what happened there. Damn, why did I do that? That's crazy. Hey, what's up, baby? Hey, you look so pretty today.
Good luck, traders.
Disco. Love you. All right, that's the Juliana segment. She came by. She went to school, wishing all of us good luck today. All right, Tesla's doing great. Tesla's starting to make a move here. So's GM. Yeah, nice bull flag on Tesla there for sure. Oh man, my dog wants to go out. All right, hang on. All right, Tesla's breaking out. So's GM. GM looks really good right now. See if we can get another pop on that. All right, I think looks good here on the stream. Bye, baby. Yeah, we can get a pop on GM, man. We're really heavy on contracts there. Tesla's breaking out. Nice breakout on Tesla, guys. Let's see if GM can follow. Yeah, looking solid here. GM is looking great. GM, we're in GM calls. 38.50 strike price. We're in the money on that. Tesla starting to pump. We've been in calls on that since last week or since earnings. Right after earnings, we got into some calls. And then we just took a gamble on our SPY puts last night, just hoping that Google and Microsoft and AMD wouldn't report so well. And that, in fact, did happen. So we did a $20 put contract for today, and that's actually paid. It's up over 100%. It was a $20 contract, and it's up $54 now. All right, I got out of my GM. Made some good money there. We're out of our GM calls. We're actually holding three contracts for end of day, maybe even until Friday, depending on what happens today with FOMC. So good trade today. We're up 488 for the day. Tesla's continuing to push higher, and SPY's continuing to go lower. So we're well positioned for the day today. Excellent day today. So Tesla, good on Tesla here. It looks like it's gonna approach, try to fill that gap fill. There's a gap here on Tesla, right? Obviously, this gap here that needs to get filled up, and there's like a little mini gap right here. Oh, that's 4 hours. That's why. Yeah. So there you go. Here we can see our gaps now. So we have this big gap here, and then we have like another mini. Oh, this is just like a support area here, but this is the gap we're trying to fill. So let's see how that plays out. Go for an hour here. All right. So our Tesla calls are doing really well. Good to know that. Put a 30-minute here so we can continue to watch it. You know, identify a little bit of a bull flag here, and that's playing out so far. GM, we're in the money. We're making money there. So good day on that. And then we're watching our SPY, see if it could approach that 485 put, which was kind of way out of the money last night. But it's played out so far. So almost wish I would have took more contracts. But that's always the case, right? We're always thinking we should have done this, should have done that, second guessing ourselves. The trade is what the trade is. We're up $500 for the day. Good day. Good day. We made up our loss from yesterday, and it wasn't really a loss. It was an unrealized loss. It's because we took our GM calls yesterday, and we rode this drawdown all the way down, and those contracts were pretty juiced to begin with. But, you know, for the first time in a long time, I held contracts overnight. That size of contract, I had 10 contracts in GM. It's like a $700 trade, but you know, it draw down about $400, and I just kind of say no. It's gonna, you know, this is a typical bull flag here, right? So you have your pole, then you have your little, you know, I kind of drew it for you guys here. It looks like a bull flag. So the probability of it going higher, I had more conviction that it was gonna go higher than it was gonna drop, just because of the pattern identification there. So it's important for you guys to learn your patterns or learn some patterns. Because it's going to help you. Just here, like, same thing with Tesla here, right? So 30-minute chart on Tesla, and, you know, it dumped overnight, right? When they told Elon Musk you can't make more money, they told him you can't have that kind of money. So it dumped, but that was just probably an overreaction, right? And then overnight, it kind of creeped up, and then you had this little pop-up in the morning, and that, to me, looks like a bull flag. So far, it's playing out as such. Look at GM kind of topping out right here. But GM is strong. It's got some upgrades this morning. It did really good on its earnings. So, you know, they might just play around with that stock, manipulate the stock a little bit. Try to shake you out of your position, shake out some of the longs. See? Continue to watch Tesla there. I mean, if the market continues to dump, and Jerome Powell adds to that, then these SPY puts are gonna pay pretty big. I mean, we're up over 100% on them. I told you I bought them for $20, and we're up $59 on them. So this has been a good trade on the SPY. You know, I learned from Gareth Salloway to be a counter trender guy. So, you know, just when everybody's saying, oh, it's going to go higher, it's going to blow, it's going to be great, it's going to be awesome, that's when you tend to be a little bit more vigilant and try to look at the opposite side of the trade, to see if there's any high probability trades in that. Yeah, look at the SPY, man. Weak. And then GM, I think, is going to hold pretty good. Yeah, man, look at the SPY. Wow. Yeah, if it breaks, this is I think this is a 200-day moving average. Yeah. So it's gonna cut right through that. All right, we have a poll at the top here. What do you think is going to happen at the end of the? I'm sorry, after FOMC, where the market's going to dump? Is it going to pump? So participate in our poll. We're here Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Pacific time. I'm Shimano Trader, and I'm broadcasting on the Tradecaster airwaves, and I'm broadcasting from California, Ontario, California. I gotta go get my dog, guys. It's barking and it wants to be let in. Yeah, so we're up. Up 471 for the day. Really good day today. Made up yesterday's unrealized losses, and a little bit more today. We're continuing to watch GM. We'll probably hold GM till the end of the week. We're down to 3 contracts. We had 10 at one point. And we're watching Tesla here. See if it can break through this downward resistance here and this bull flag pattern. So today's the kind of day where you just want to have A+ setups. It's going to be a lot of whiplash in the market, especially as we get closer to Jerome Powell. So, today's not the day to be speculating. All right, look at the SPY continuing to work its way down. Looks like Tesla, it's just, this is just typical bull flag. We're just trying to see it break out. If we can break out of this pattern, we should see a nice pump up, or maybe a breakout and then a retest and then a climb up. But if you spend a lot of time watching charts, you can identify stuff and you can identify things. I think a big key of being a great trader is just understanding what you're looking at, and then having the conviction to execute a trade based on what your eyes is telling you, with the information you're collecting. But that's how I felt about GM here, and the probabilities were in my favor, and that worked out well. And now we're looking at Tesla. Even though we're already in the money here, Tesla moves pretty good. So we're about $1.50, $2 above the money here, and we're just trying to see if it can continue to break out. Yeah, that's what we want here. So let me see. I have an hour chart. I normally trade the SPY in a 15-minute time frame. But it's not, it doesn't let me see like the whole chart right now. So I want to just watch it on a 30-minute. I've made up my mind that I'm willing to take the loss on this trade, even though I'm in the money right now. I think the news today on FOMC may be not so good, or we might have a significant move to the downside that will allow us to pick up that premium and make some money there. Everything looks good. Yeah, look at SPY, man. It's continuing to keep dumping. There it is, right at the 200-day on the 1 hour chart. Yeah, we should be in the money on that pretty quick here. We're about $1.40 away. GM's holding. Tesla still thinking about it. Yeah, good day today. Great day. All right, you guys, let me know if you have any questions about what you're watching on my screen. Any comments, concerns, any feedback you got for us on our stream? Are we coming across nice and clear? Can you hear us okay? Can you see us okay? Any feedback would be appreciated. Thanks, streamers. Oh man, look at GM. Always feels right. Like I was sharing with some of my streamers or some of my watchers a couple of days that we're so wired not to trade, right? Because when I had that $400 drawdown on GM, I was like, I'm gonna hold on to this. It's gonna come back, and I didn't close it, and it worked out to my favor. But now as soon as I made a little bit of money on it, I'm like, oh, so quick to close it. So it's insane. The mental battles we fight as traders as we're in positions and in and out of positions. So it comes with practice, though. It's the only way to learn is by doing. Can't just be watching all the time. All right, little bounce down on the SPY. Looked like GM is just gonna continue higher, and so's Tesla. So Tesla's broken out of this little downward thing here. So we're gonna be able to watch how it reacts. And that's how you build your confidence as traders when you're drawing lines on your chart to see if the chart or the price action matches what you're drawing there. So we've broken out of this downward. See, so I just drew a line across the top of those wicks, and I drew a little line there, just trying to create like what looks like a little flag. Now we've had Tesla break out of that, and it came back down to like kind of almost like retest it, and now it's starting to make its way up, which is great. I mean, that's technical. That is a classic technical analysis there to watch the price action do what it's doing right now. All right, it's 8 o'clock, guys. Make sure you guys stand up, stretch, blink, 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 blink. Sitting is the new smoking. You cannot just sit in front of a screen all day and not blink. Same thing with yourself. Make sure you stand up and stretch and shake it out, and just do something different when you're sitting. Oh, man. Yeah, I watch Josh Answers. He's on YouTube every day. I think 30 minutes before market open, all the way up to market close. His name's Josh Answers, the Trading Fraternity. That guy's awesome. Actually inspired me to start streaming. He does such a really good job, and he's the one who's taught me that that little break. Don't just sit and hunched over in your computer for 7 hours of the day and not get up and stretch. Sometimes he encourages us to like lift weights or to do push-ups and things like that. Anything that just break up what sometimes seems to be the monotony of just sitting in front of your screen watching charts. Getting a little bit there on the SPY. All right, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Duty calls. I have business, and when my customer calls, I need to make sure that I'm available to them. It's something that I pride myself in. Is be there for your customers, pick up the phone, call people back, that sort of thing. So thankfully, everything is good. Customers happy, and we have more work on the way. All right, now that GM is up 76.50 now. Tesla's great. We're up $109 on that. Almost a $500 day for today. We're still doing well though. We're still in these positions. Looking at SPY now, looks like SPY's probably found the bottom there. I'm gonna just take my profits on that now and just call it a day. I gotta hit the field in a little bit anyway, and I'm not gonna be able to manage my trades. And man, there's one thing that's terrible is being out and then being distracted by your phone or you're in positions. I've lost so much money trading while I'm not in front of my computer. I'm trying to trade off my phone. Usually it's a recipe for disaster. All right, traders. You guys have any questions? Anything you're looking at in the chart you want to point out, or anything? Just any questions in general? Please feel free to ask. Also, if you're joining us on the stream today, please let us know where you're calling us from or where you're joining us from. I always like to know where our streamers are at and where they're at in the world. Man, I had some music in the background, but then it started blocking my stream because apparently the when you're streaming and you're playing music in the background, sometimes it gets flagged by YouTube, and then when you're flagged by YouTube, it blocks your stream temporarily. So it sucked. See how Tesla, like I had mentioned, right? So it broke through, right? And it came right back down to that level, right? It came back to this level here, and now it's retesting it. So it's retesting this line that was already drawn. It was previously drawn, broke through, started testing it again, right? Now it broke all the way, started up here, and then it came back down. Now it's like kind of retesting. So the probability of it retesting this and then continuing higher are high based on the price action within that pattern. So you're starting to watch Apple too, kind of also catch a little bit of a bid here. That's all good because now we're no longer in puts and we're just sitting on calls. So let's see how this stuff plays out. But overall, great day, up $517 for today. Still in our calls for Tesla. We're in GM calls as well, and we've closed out our SPY put. So this is already closed. But we're gonna I'm gonna leave a note on here because I'd like to come back and see if we would have gotten even closer to the money. Man, 545 for the day. Wow, look at GM, guys. Oh my God. Never fails. I had 10 contracts at one point. And yeah, look at it now. I mean, I've made some good money, continue to make good money on it. I made $601 on it. But it just goes to show you, man, like sometimes patience is a virtue. And look at our Tesla, right? Exactly as we talked about. So if you're here joining me today, you got to see it firsthand, right? So here's Tesla, right? It what started off to be as a bear flag. Once it started curving up, it negated the bear flag, created a bull flag, right? Little mini bull flag here, came out, broke out, retested, and now it's working its way up. I mean, that's textbook. And look at our SPY, right? So now our SPY starting to go back up. And because it's such a far ride down to 485. Like as soon as it starts to bounce, your premium starts to get eaten up right away. So you're better off just closing it out and taking a little bit of profit. Like I said, the stock market will be here tomorrow. Yeah, you see this here. So what I would do in this area here, I draw a little box just because I feel now that it's bounced in that area, we're gonna have a little bit of a of a little zone. I call it a little zone. So I just draw a little box at the base of the wick, and then I just identify that as a zone and see if price action returns back to this area. Because if it does, then we have a probability of a bounce, not a for sure thing, but it's a probability. As traders, I always suggest we talk in probabilities. Some people say, "Oh, this is going to the moon for sure." Nah, nope, 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 nope. Hey, this has a high probability of overachieving or exceeding my price target. It just helps you with your mindset and when you're thinking. Nothing is for sure in the stock market. You see all this. You see Tesla climbing. You see GM climbing, and some news break comes out and it just flushes. I mean, that's how it's happened to me. It happens to other traders. It just stocks move really, really quick. Jeez, Louise GM, good job. All right, so we're continuing to watch our Tesla calls. We've been kind of paying a little bit of attention to this kind of bull flag that Tesla created, broke out, is retesting now, and it's approaching what is the gap fill from the post earnings sell off. And then our GM has been working out great, and we're watching Apple here. It's got earnings tomorrow, and looks like SPY's found some footing here. So we're gonna watch to see what SPY does. We took a gamble trade last night. It was one of those, maybe it'll open up. Maybe Microsoft and AMD and all these tech guys are not going to report good earnings. And that's exactly what happened. So I bought a $20 put that I just said, let's see what happens. And it actually made about $50. So just going against the trend a little bit proved to be good there. So we're up 564 for the day. It's a good day. GM, new high. Man, those contracts are printing. Look at SPY, right? So for some of you guys have not joined me before, I like to trade the green line, which is the 5-day EMA. I tend to believe that, right, if it's above the line, it stays above the line until it's not above the line, and then it just kind of just struggles below the line. So that's one indicator that I like to use to help me trade. Our Tesla calls, we've been in Tesla calls since I think since last week, Friday. We've been in Tesla calls for quite some time, just because I think it was at the sell-off. So I think we got in around here. What day was this? This is the 26th. Yeah, right after earnings, right after the sell-off. Oh, it was right here actually. It was after this sell-off here. We got into 187 calls for this Friday, and we just been riding those. We were really in the money here yesterday. But then Elon Musk, they told him he can't make that kind of money, and then it sold off. Kind of an exaggeration in my mind, because that compensation package for Elon is from like 2018 or something like that. So they're just ruling on it now. So a little bit of an overreaction in my opinion. We did climb up on the pre-market and overnight, and now look like we might be breaking out of this bull flag pattern right now. And then GM, we've been in GM calls since yesterday. Man, we took a pretty big drawdown, but hung on to those contracts overnight, and now they're paying really well, up almost $600 today. Just on the GM calls were a big part of those earnings today, those gains today. Peloton's got earnings tomorrow. We have a long-term portfolio with Peloton, and it has a high float for short interest. The stock's been beat up, obviously, significant if you follow the Peloton stock. And well, I'm in a long-term. That's in my long-term portfolio, so we like to, watch what it's doing. Boom, GM baby, look at that new high again, 363. Those contracts, pay me, baby. We're gonna hang on to those. I think I'm gonna hang on to those until the end of the stream today. We'll end our stream here at 9:00. But I don't think I'm gonna hang on to those going into FOMC. I might close out and leave just one, and see what happens. But FOMCs, man, they're just notorious for like just destroying your trades. So we'll see how those play out. All right. We are streaming live Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Pacific. Please participate in our polls at the top of our page. We have a poll about what do you think the market's going to do after Jerome Powell speaks. We broadcast again 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Please subscribe to our channel. Follow me on Instagram at Shimano Trader. That's my new handle for the show. And come hang out with us and trade with us. And let us know where you're from, where you guys joining us from. If you know what city you're from, I always like to know where our watchers are watching us from. Look at Tesla, man. Nice. So up 589, 591 for the day. Good day. Price target on Tesla is the gap fill. So this bigger one here, this big block here is our gap fill. So this big square here is what the gap that we went over after the earnings. So we're trying to make a way up there and try to fill that gap. And there's like a mini gap right here too. So that's also in play. Yeah, man. Oh, put 15 on here. It should be 30. Yeah, so look at your... we entered calls here. Rode it all the way up here. Did not sell here. Rode it all the way down, and now we're making our way back up. We might even exceed yesterday's high on that if all things go well. GM got a couple of upgrades today as well. I think, RBC Capital maintains an outperform on General Motors, raises price target to 54. GM CEO Mary Barra says 2024 is the year that really execute and grow the EV business. Excuse me. And then Barclays raises price target on General Motors from 50 to 44, keeps an overweight rating. So all good stuff on GM. It's a good stock, in my opinion, to add to your long-term portfolio. I'm not sure if it pays a dividend, but it's a good stock to add. Let's see the history on it here. Let's go for the week. So this stock has been up to 43.63. That was back in 2023, February of 2023. It was up there. It's approaching that. It's approaching that high. Oh man, what this turned out to be a great trade. Really good trade. It required a lot of patience too. Because I don't know if you guys heard me, but I took a pretty big drawdown on that and held contracts overnight. I had 10 contracts of GM at one point, and I was like, shit, man, I'm down like over $500, I think, at one point, and it came back up a little bit, held overnight, and these contracts really paid this morning. And I'm still in some. I still got about 3 left. So we're continuing to watch Tesla, see how it reacts right as soon as it enters that gap fill, or as soon as it starts entering that gap, you start seeing some resistance there. So that could also just be a pretty significant resistance on Tesla right now. All right, it's 8:26 Pacific time. Yeah, you can see, look at this, right? I mean, I closed my put on SPY already. I was in 485 puts that I opened yesterday before the some of these big companies reported earnings. So it's already closed, but you can see that at least the way I'm seeing it is that it's just fake some people out, right? So it looked like it hit the zone, did a little bounce, came back up. Sure enough, what did it hit? That green 5-day EMA line, right? As soon as it hit that, we started going down, and see how it's respecting that line. It's just as long as it's below that line and it doesn't get above it, I'm bearish, right? Like that's kind of how I trade, using that indicator, or I don't know if I'm sure it's called an indicator. I'll call it indicator. So now we're watching the dynamic play out here. Is this zone here where you got that first bounce? Is this going to hold? Is it going to hold? We shall see. We shall see here in the next 30 minutes or so. Well, we should have a new candle open in about 3 minutes on that. Yeah, and look at, I'll give you that same example with Apple, right? So look at Apple, right? So Apple was riding that 5-day EMA, right? As soon as it broke it, it just stayed on top, right? It never closed a full body candle below it, right? This is pre-market, or after pre-market. So it doesn't really hold as much weight as when the market's open. But look, it just stayed above that line. And once it went below it, it just, it came back up, and then it just, look, it just continued to stay below it until it hasn't been able to get on top of that line. So that to me is it's one of 3 things that I like to look at a trade before I execute a trade, and usually looking at that EMA line helps me with being on the right side of the trade. Yeah. So price action, guys, is what it's all about. I mean, I don't have a lot of indicators on my chart. I like to just look at price action and volume. Sometimes I'll put up the MACD or the RSI just to see if there's any divergences or things like that happening. But for the most part, I love watching the price action. So by watching the price action, I get better at identifying patterns. I get better at looking at, the way the stocks might be moving, how much is wicking, if it's having long wicks, spinning tops, dojis, dragonflies, all these things all these terms that are used. You can find them in the chart, and then you can go back and back test that. Say, oh, when I see this, what happens, right? And then you can have a strategy to apply towards a trade. Don't just trade hoping, right? I mean, that was what I did for years. I was just like, this should go in this direction. Why? Oh, just because. I have no basis whatsoever. At least you'll feel better if you say, hey, this is a bull flag. It should play out this way. And if it doesn't, it gets negated. Well, at least you thought that you had a strategy in place. And I think that's the way to think, right? Not this should go high. Oh, it should go to the moon. Like, that's just not how I think pros should approach the market. So keeping an eye on Bitcoin. I do trade crypto, but I'm usually not trading it. I'm usually just like with my regular stock trading charts, I'm just looking for opportunities to sell or buy the dip and that sort of thing. So I just trade it, but I don't day trade it. I just kind of look for opportunities to get in and out of Bitcoin. I have a core position on Bitcoin, and then I just mess around with my non-core position. Yeah, look at GM, man. GM has just been, it just looks so healthy. Look, it's so healthy. Popped up, consolidated, popping up again. It's probably going to continue to consolidate. So that's a really good trade here, based on some of the things I was just talking to you guys about, right? Like just looking at patterns, identifying a pattern, and then placing the trade based on that pattern. Tesla's looking good too, right? So we talked about how it broke out of this bull flag, retested, now it's trying to work its way back up. So that gives you conviction in placing trades, and it gives you confidence in how you go about trading. Yeah, so when I see this on Tesla, right? So I see this, what I call this, what I like to refer to it as a topping tail. That's the word I was looking for, topping tail. So obviously what negates that is a close above this, right? So that's what's going to negate what I think is a topping tail, because Tesla's had a pretty good run up, right? Then you have this pop, right? Breaks out. Now what's going to happen here? Is it exhausted? Is it going to get more strength? We're still above the green line. So all at least for right now, we're just going to watch it and see what it does. All right, so we got our new 30-minute candle on our 30-minute charts here. So these are all new candles for 30 minutes. Our Apple's sitting at 1 hour. I should probably put it on 30 minutes too, though. Yeah, see what it's doing. I probably won't place any more trades today. I'm just gonna watch what I'm in and see how it plays out. So we've gone from $613 down to $519, just based on some of this price action right now. It's a $100 swing. So you're watching Apple here. You see how Apple, it sold off at open, and now it's working its way up. And remember, Apple's got earnings, I think tomorrow. Right? Yeah, Apple's got earnings tomorrow. What am I doing here? Okay, here we go. Yeah, 2-1 after market. So Apple will report earnings tomorrow. And look how it's been flushing here. So there might be an opportunity there. Right? Going to continue to watch Apple here, see if it's respected its green line. We know now that if it gets above this line here, we may have a trade. Meanwhile, SPY, right, just getting rejected by that green 5-day EMA line, just continuing to get rejected. And we're going to see what it does in this zone area here. Most likely it's going to break down. The probability of it is that it'll break down, especially. So this is now an upside down bull flag, which is known as a bear flag, right? Because now you have like this pole, right? And now we're going to see if this flag, if it's going to continue to consolidate to the right. And if it does, then that is a bear flag, and we can expect it to continue to go lower. And remember, all the market makers today, they're all setting us up. They're setting us up, right? So the market is moving how it's moving, but we know that, you know, in a matter of hours, we have some pretty major announcements coming from the feds. And, you know, you could be in winning positions right now that are going to turn into losers, and you could be in losing positions right now that are going to turn into winners, right? So you got to watch the price action and be ready for those moves. A lot of people don't like to trade FOMC. They just don't like to trade it. There's too much volatility in the market, and they don't want to get caught on the wrong side of the trade. I respect that. I can respect that. All right. 8:34. Again, I'm Shimano Trader. This is The Spread, and we are live trading Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Pacific time. Follow us, subscribe to our show. Please subscribe and support us. And I'm on Instagram at Shimano Trader, just a new handle for the show, trying to build that up as well. And, you know, come hang out with us 3 times a week, trade for a couple hours, then go check out the other streamers here. We have a bunch of new streamers on the platform, and everybody's just trying to find their way and get their audience. And I like to play music in the background, but today, for some reason, YouTube was blocking my stream, and I didn't even realize it. But they were blocking my stream because I was playing some background music, and I couldn't get watchers. But it's okay. It's all right. I mean, this is what I do regardless. Whether I'm streaming or not, I'm going to trade. I'm going to be in front of my computer in the mornings. I'm going to be here at market open. And, you know, this is just what I enjoy doing. So I'm going to continue doing it. Yeah, you see Tesla. Boom. As soon as it hit this little area here, now it's just starting to go sideways a little bit. Still above the green line, though. right? So it gives us direction, right? Gives a little bit of an understanding about what we're doing. Sometimes in trading, we're like, am I doing the right thing? Or I don't even know what I'm doing. So those little tidbits have helped me, right? 5-day EMA line, zones, all those little things help. See, we're watching GM kind of top out too at 39.63. Yeah, look at Apple, right? Hitting that green line again. Boom, 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 right? Starting to get a little rejection there. So watch these other charts. What's going on? Boeing's up today pretty good. It's up about 12 bucks. You know, that would have been a nice call option yesterday, but I mean, you'd have to have some balls to do that, right? Because of all the negative publicity's had. But it eked out, I think, a small profit for the quarter, and the stock's up pretty big. So if you look at the BA trade, it might be a good short. All right. Please let us know where you calling us from, where you're watching us from. Let us know where you're at in the world. Always curious to know where people are checking us out from, where in the country, where in the world. All right, so we're just continuing to watch our trades here. Anybody that came on recently, so we are currently in Tesla calls, 187.50 strike price for this Friday, and we're also sitting on GM calls for this Friday, strike price at 38.50. Those positions are in the money, and we're just trying to hang on to our gains here before FOMC. Are you guys trading anything? Are you guys in any trades right now? Any positions? Anything you want to share with the watchers here, or the Chad, as they like to say? Yeah, see, watching GM here, kind of exhausted, but it's above that green EMA line, right? So I'm not worried. Not worried yet. So Tesla still looks good. Our GM still in the money. We're watching the SPY test his support area here. Most likely gonna break through. Most likely, high probability that we continue to flush there on SPY. So let's see how it responds to this area here. Let's put a 15-minute chart. Let's watch this area here together. So if you guys join me for pre-market prep, I'll just share a little tidbit here if you're wondering what these are. So I always like to put the previous day's high and the previous day's low. And I also like to draw out here the pre-market high and the pre-market low. So pre-market low, previous day low, pre-market high, previous day high. And one of the strategies that I've learned is, obviously we open below the pre-market high and the pre-market low of the previous day, right? So that is to me an indication that we're bearish, right? We're not even in between the opening and the close of the previous day. We're below those areas, so we're most likely continuing downward momentum. So that's how that's played out here. So we opened below pre-market high, previous day low, and just continue that momentum lower. And that's what we're doing here. So now we're breaking through this support area here, so you guys can watch it here with me. you're starting to see that SPY starting to break down. So we had that little bounce. It forced us, right? It forced me at least to close out my put. I was just in a gamble put that I 485 strike price. I ended up paying about $60 today. But check it out. Right now it's starting to, it came back up, right? It didn't close a full body above the green EMA. And then it started to reverse. And here we are. We're working our way back down again. Look at Apple, same thing, right? Below the line there. Yeesh. Wonder what a 486 SPY put looks like right now. I'm gonna go check the option chain on that and let you guys know for 486. So if you wanted to do a 486 put contract for today with 0 DTE, not financial advice, you will lose money. A 486 put is $117. So $117 is what you will pay right now for a 486 put. It's $118 now. In the same call that I was in, the same put that I was in that I opened yesterday for $20 is now $80. So that's most likely gonna pay. It's got a lot of momentum to the downside too. Yeah, look at that. It's flushing now. Yeah, it's starting to turn the market around. Look at that. It's starting to get some momentum to the downside. Starting to build that. Look at our Tesla. Tesla starting to look a little heavy. GM is starting to look a little heavy. But look at this at SPY, right? It's at the bottom of the zone and it's bouncing just like it bounced here. So you know what's really cheap right now? Calls. Calls are cheap right now because the momentum is to the downside. So if you can catch that momentum or be a contrarian on the trend, then it could be very profitable. But we also know that the trend is our friend and we have to trade with the trend. But the big money would be in the reversal. So let's look at that. I want to look at SPY calls, 487 maybe, and see what that looks like. So to give you guys an idea. So today's strike price is January 31st. This is called a 0 DTE option call. 0 DTE option call means that if you don't hit your strike price before the end of the day, you're going to lose all your money. Unlike stocks, you don't get unrealized losses in options because once it hits the expiration date, that contract is worthless, which means you've lost your money. So 0 DTE means that you've got a couple of hours to hit your strike price, and it eats up that premium. It eats up that premium. Okay, so we're watching 47 calls. That's what I told you, right? Okay, so 47 calls right now are they're $1.22, and the puts are $1.80, which you multiply it times 100, right? So that would be $1. It'd be 100 something dollars, $180 on the put side and $122 on the call side for the same strike price. You go 485 puts, $84 right now. And look at Tesla, right? So Tesla is back. We have this little line here, support, green line still above it, still holding. Man, look at SPY, man. That's going to blow through. 486 put is 127, and a 45 put is 85. So this is super interesting here, what's happening here in this little zone, right? So you see all the support, all the bulls and the bears, all the fighting that's happening in this zone right here. Who would prevail? SPY's rolling over. I'm sorry, Tesla's rolling over. Just for curiosity, I always like to look to the left, right? Kind of see where it's at right now. Yeah, it's still at like all-time highs. There's not even a level there. So it looks like in an hour here. She's testing that 200-day moving average. Yeah, it's breaking through. It's breaking through it. Yeah, man, we're getting set up by the market makers, guys and girls. We're getting set up by the market makers, right? So we could just be selling off, and then FOMC comes in, and boom, all new all-time highs. Or, we're already selling off. So I don't know if the news is going to be. I mean, regardless, FOMCs are just historically, they're very volatile, and it's going to happen today too. I don't see why it wouldn't. So look at that SPY zone. Excuse me. So let's watch this zone. You see how it's reacting to the zone? It feels like there's plenty of support here, right? I mean, at least that's how I feel. Like there's plenty of support there. What do you guys think? All right, I'm gonna go with a 487. All right, so I took that trade. Excuse me. Um, honestly, guys, I took the trade because I want to show you. I want to show you the trade. It's a $120 trade. So that was a SPY call for a 487 strike price. We're at 46.82 right now. And let me see. Edit this and put 487. We're gonna put. I mean, I should really just be watching that trade, but okay. And let's go back in it here. 487 is our strike price. Oh, 15 minutes. All right, so let's go. All right, so here we go. So we are in, I'm trying to do 15 minutes. Why don't you give me 15 minutes? Okay, there's our 15-minute chart. Okay, so our target price is 487. We're at 486.72. The contract's down 50 cents. Contract cost us like $130 or something like that. So let's see what it does. What we'll do is this last trade here before I got to get off air, and we'll see if we can make at least a couple bucks on that. Yeah, let's see what it does. So it's up 50 cents now, and we're in this trade together. Let's see if we can make some money here. GM's holding, Tesla's holding. Let's go, baby. Let's get that. All right, let's do it. So down $1.50 now. So see how I violated my rule, right? It wasn't above the green. I just took this trade on the anticipation that we're gonna be able to find a bottom here and maybe get a little bit of a bounce before we go into FOMC. That is my I guess this is my mindset as I taking this trade. Also to just get into a trade with you guys so you guys can see how that price action works, if it goes against me or not. So we've got some good money today. So we have enough to kind of play around with some of these profits. Yeah, the SPY's down pretty significantly over yesterday. And I don't know if Microsoft and all those other guys have recovered at all. Google's still down about 6.5%. Microsoft's down about 1.38%, and AMD is down almost 3%. It's down $5. So yeah, tech has not. They have not found a bottom. They have not bounced yet. We're down 750 on that call contract for SPY right now. Got to end of the day to close out that position, so it doesn't have to be closed right away. Got about 10 more minutes, guys. 10 more minutes. We'll be off air. Please remember to subscribe to the stream here. Follow us on Instagram at Shimano Trader, and join us every Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Pacific time. We stream the market open, do some market prep. Go over like the top 10 news of the day and get ready to trade. And then we'll trade for a couple hours, and then go hang out with other streamers after that. So we're still down $7.50 on this call contract for SPY. We have a 487. We just opened here with you guys. Most likely won't be able to see how it plays out. I can update you guys on Friday though, or shoot me a DM on my Instagram. We can connect there. Tesla starting to show signs of weakness here. It's probably going to retest this green line, see how it reacts to that green line, our green 5-day EMA as it approaches it. GM's holding. We're deep in the money on that one. We're up $600 on GM today. We're still holding 3 call contracts for end of the week. Yeah, look at that. SPY's holding. 15-minute candle there is holding. Is testing this 5-day EMA line. We can get above it, baby. We're gonna be in the money. Still down $4.50 on it. $4.50. GM looks great. Looks like it's getting ready to make another move up. We shall see. GM's great, man. It's been the trade of the week for me. This GM calls right after your earnings. Yeah, we're up $524 for the day. A lot of that has been GM calls, contracts that's paid well this morning. We're also sitting on Tesla calls. Target price is $187.50 with an expiration of Friday. Same thing with our GM calls. Expiration is Friday for a $38.50 strike price, which we're deep in the money already. And then just for fun, we opened up a SPY call position just now. Our strike price on that is $487, and it's for today. So it's a 0 DTE, which means 0 days until expiration, which means not financial advice, which means you will lose money. So, if you're in that trade with me, trade carefully. We're just trying to scalp it really quick. We're already down $10 on it. We're trying to see if it holds the zone, if it can find a support area here to bounce back up. If it breaks the zone, we got to get out, and we'll just take a loss on it. No big deal. Tesla looked like it's, see how Tesla came right back down into this green EMA and it just bounced off of there a little bit. This is finding support there, just like SPY is finding resistance on that same strategy there, but to the upside. Yeah, we got about 7 more minutes, 6 more minutes. We'll be off the air. Please follow us on Instagram at Shimano Trader. Subscribe to our show. And please know we broadcast Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Pacific time. Do some pre-market prep. And check us out. Subscribe. Come hang out. I usually play tunes, but for some reason today, YouTube flagged me. And they were like, hey, you can't be playing music. We're going to block your stream. So I was blocked for a while. I didn't even notice until I realized that nobody was coming into my room here, into my lobby. And usually I get a couple of viewers a day, but I had none today. I was wondering what it was, and it turned out to be that I was playing music in the background that YouTube thought was a no-no. So gotta respect that, I guess. All right, continuing to watch the SPY. We're down $8.50 on that contract. We're trying to get to 487 today. Tesla is bouncing off the 5-day EMA, and so is GM. So we're in really good trades today. We positioned ourselves really good coming into the day. A lot of those contracts have paid, and we're up $521 for today. Look at the SPY. You know, see how it's finding support here, right? So regardless of whatever, once we got this candle and we created this little zone, now it's like it's in this zone and it's fighting, right? Bulls and bears are fighting in this zone, and we're gonna see who's gonna overtake it. We have our 5-day EMA line right up against it, so we might find some momentum to the upside here based on the price action that I'm seeing. And that'd be great, man. If we catch a bid here, it's going to be a good contract. We're down $4.50 on it right now. That contract cost me $1.33, so $133 to place the SPY call trade for today. So already down $3.50 on that trade currently, but I'm liking the price action right here right now. So we're going to continue to watch that here. Yeah, it's up $1.50 now. Boom, there we go. Now, hopefully we get some momentum there. Watching the volume here, right? Watching the volume, it did $1.3 million the last 15 minutes. We're already at 900,000 here with about 4 minutes to go. Up 450 on the contract now. Tesla's found some support. Good. There we go, guys. We're up 250 on that now. That contract could be worth a lot by the end of the day, especially if we pump after Powell here. Oh man, look at the sunlight just came in, nice and bright in here. Yeah, we're broadcasting from the Inland Empire out in California. That's where I'm streaming from. Nice. All right, so we're getting some good action on that SPY call. It's starting to really get some momentum here. And like I said, it's really testing this line here and see what it's going to do here in the next 15 minutes. Nice. There we go. There we go. Up 550 on that contract. 650. Let's see if it breaks that green line. We need that green line to break. There we go. Boom. All right, up 750 on that. It's just a single contract. Nice. Good action there. Let's see if we can get a 487. That psychological number. We're still up on it. We're up 450 on that contract currently. Yeah, man, look at GM, man. GM's, woo. Great trade. All right, we're going to test this 5-day EMA here. See how it's having a little bit of a hard time, but it's piercing it. It's already wicked above it. I like that. There's a battle going on. Well, traders, stay tuned. Come check me out later today, or check out my stream Friday to give you an update on this call for SPY and see how it's going to do towards the end of the day. We banked today. We're up $578 for the day. Most of our money came from our GM calls, which are still printing. We had as much as 10 contracts at one point. Took a significant drawdown, late into the day yesterday. Held contracts overnight. Pray to God. And this morning we had our pop. We cashed out 7 of those contracts. We're currently sitting on just 3 of those contracts going into Friday. We'll see how it does. Thank you for joining me on the stream today. I really appreciate you guys spending some time here with me and learning how to trade, or at least watching me trade, and learning a little bit about what I do and how I do things here. And I hope that has been beneficial to you. When we do this again, I guess 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, early, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Pacific. I love to stream more, man, but sometimes I got a business that I got to operate, and sometimes it becomes too much, and so I rather have, just have a little bit more control over my time slot, than not. So again, traders, thank you so much for joining us today. I am Shimano Trader. Please join us again Friday. So Monday, Wednesdays, Friday. If the market's open, we'll be here, even if it's for a little bit. So I appreciate you guys joining me today. Again, I'm Shimano Trader at Shimano Trader on Instagram. We're streaming 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesdays, Friday. Subscribe to the show, fill out the poll, connect, stay in touch. And hope that you guys will continue to join me here for a couple of hours a day as we stream here. And let's make money together, right? All right, guys. Well, thanks so much for joining me today. Appreciate you guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful hump day.